this is Esmeralda. Welcome to my YouTube video today. So I'm going to be talking about the Playkids Explorer April box subscription. My son has actually been receiving the subscription since April. I got it for him. I thought maybe this would be something very interesting for him, which he absolutely has been loving it so much. This month was pretty intriguing, and I really loved just the whole setup and everything. I thought it was really cute, and let's get started. So first and foremost, every month that you actually receive the subscription, you will be getting a little small briefcase like Explorer kit, which right now I have it open. And I have it right here really quickly because it does come like this, basically closed. Okay, now here's the thing, it does come with the, well, this usually comes already inside, and then you can actually hook it on so that then your child can actually use it like this. So far I really find this box actually useful because of the way it's set up. You can easily put all of their stuff that so far they've received, from their activity book to their actual book, actually in here, and basically, you know, start saving them in there as storage, of course. But I think it's really cute. Of course, the back, it has a couple little cartoon characters. About some of the characters are actually in the Explorer kit. So far, he's been doing more Zedford, which is a little fly, and Mumuki, which is also a cow. So those have been lately his buddies for exploring. Yeah, ever since February. Those were the main characters that actually been throughout his exploring thing that he's been doing in this little Explorer kit. So anyhow, as you open it up, you're gonna find tons of goodies in there. Now, since he's already used it, I usually like to do the thing with him where once we receive the packet, we immediately open it up. But before opening it up, I do try to get the little Passport Explorer ready and pull it out for him, just so that he already has it available, because there is a sticker, a sheet basically that comes in. I might put a picture on there as well of that actual sheet, but I know on my prior video I believe I did do that for you guys. But here is his Passport Explorer right here, and I did have him fill it out. Of course, some of the things, especially with writing, I had to fill out. He's like 4.5 years old, so he's still learning. But this was their stamp of the adventure for the month of April right here, which was basically outer space. I did write some of the things that he liked, which I asked him, what were the 3 best things from this adventure that you liked? And he chose Earth, astronaut, and an alien. He really loved the little alien character that was actually in the book. He did receive it on the 12th of April, so I put that date down. And again, the destination was outer space. He did draw, which I thought was super cute. Again, there's an alien in here, but I'll talk about it a little bit later. But just really quick, this was his little drawings right here. So he did draw the little alien, Orion, and then he drew an astronaut, which is him, little Ricky astronaut. Then he did draw a pretty wonky but really cute looking Earth with its little moon here. So he did grasp a lot of stuff. I did tell him, what do you want to draw? And he's the one who chooses what he wants to draw. But he actually did pretty good with this one. Another thing that you do get is going to be, well, at least one of the main things has been the actual book, which it's always, this is the back of the book, but it is catered to your child. It does have your child's avatar, what you actually updated or made it look similar to your child. So there's so many skin tones, so many features for the face, the hair, that you can definitely alter and change according to your child, especially like the eye color and whatnot. But this is him right here. This would be my son right here. As his hair is growing out, I'm probably going to do a little bit longer hair on it, but for right now, it's so far, yeah. So it does have a couple more information on here, which it does have the name of the parents that signed him up, whether it's you or your husband or grandma or grandpa, whatever, but they will have your name here. You know, basically a little note for you as well as for your son, basically saying what they're going to be learning about this month, and basically just a little summary of everything. On here on the first page, you always get most of the characters on here just as a refresher, but right here, this is my son ready to go into outer space, which he super loved so much. When he saw that character, he was like, oh, I'm going to outer space. He really loved it. All in all, I'm not going to flip completely through these pictures, but I am going to show you guys a little alien. that they have the sticker sheet that I had showed prior to this. It is like, he loves to stick it around his books, like most of the stickers, which I like, you know, it's fine. So you're probably gonna see that little sticker right here that he decided to put it right next to him, kind of like his little twin. But this is the alien Orion. Now this story actually in this book is basically about my son, though it could be your child and whatnot. But basically your child going into outer space and discovering the planets and whatnot. And Zedford and Mumuki are basically joining the character on this adventure. And in outer space, they actually met with the alien Orion, which he's basically giving them a tour about outer space and giving them some snippets and information about each of the planets and whatnot. So there is one thing that I know right now. I mean, astronomers and whatnot, they're always like really iffy about the whole Pluto situation, but I'm really, really glad and appreciated that in this book, they did have one more planet on here. They didn't specify the name of it, but I'm assuming that was Pluto. A lot of people I know are saying it's a planet. Some people are saying it's not a planet. I don't know. I appreciate that either way they did add that on here. Okay, so then of course with your book you do get an activity book, which is this one right here, From Outer Space. I'm not going to show you guys everything that's on here, but I will show you guys one of the really cute pages, which again, if you have your activity book, the very first page is going to show you guys there's an activity that comes in here that you actually have to hands-on make it with your child. And they will give you the instructions right here for it, which I will show you guys in a little bit. But this was one of the pages which I thought was super cool because I've been wanting to have my son start practicing on painting and whatnot. So I was able to bring out my Crayola washable painting stuff and had him basically paint this page, which it gives you the directions and it tells you basically what to paint. So I thought this was super cute. I'm glad that he actually enjoyed it. He really, really loved it. And he did pretty good on it, surprisingly. I'm so glad that my brother and my mom were there too to see him coloring it, because a lot of the times when my son colors or my son writes or draws, a lot of people can't believe that he actually can do this kind of stuff. So it was pretty cool. Anywho, this is the activity set. And now at the very end of the activity book, you do get a little extra activity that you can do with your child. And for this month, it is doing basically like a little jar and like a little galaxy Milky Way situation in there. Which is really cool. If you guys ever actually had enough time or you guys have the actual materials to do it, it does give you the instructions on how to do that if you ever do want to do it. Now for the main event. Oh, wait, before I forget. So the one activity that they have to put together, and you basically help them out, is this little spaceship. Look at it. Oh my gosh, the space shuttle right here. I thought it was so cool. Look at that. It got the bottom right here. Yeah, so I thought this was really cool. At first it was a little tricky. I do recommend parents and grandparents or whatnot, or guardians, to just kind of pre-fold the paper where it's going to need to get folded. That makes it so much easier. Also, when you kind of pop them out, if you guys notice even right here, you could tell that from the paper that it was attached to. Just take your time pulling that out just so that you don't actually rip the whole thing or parts of it. So only because I did rip a little area, but because it was underneath and it was pushed inside, you really couldn't tell. Plus you could tell right here a little bit. I guess I was getting a little impatient. Not necessarily impatient, but I was just trying to hurry up because I was so excited. And I was trying to help my son because he was popping them out, but he just couldn't do them all completely. But anywho, so this is the part that I really, really love too. You do get these Explorer cards. Again, it's kind of like a little bit holographic, if you guys can see that. This is the front and this is the back. It does give you some information. Now, there is one thing I did wanted to show you guys really quickly. Because last time I only showed you guys one card. I'm not going to show you guys all the cards because I really do feel that if you do end up getting an opportunity to get these cards or get the set or whatnot, that it would be really great for you not to get spoiled or anything. I don't know if all the people already received theirs yet, so I don't want to spoil it for you guys. Anywho, so these are some of them right here. Again, everything with outer space. But this is the one that I know I didn't really highlight before. And this is actually the coloring one. If your child scans this particular one, you always get one with each of your packets every month. It's basically for coloring. So I'm going to open up his app. He has this right here. Okay, so the app is this one over here with where my pinky is. So I'm gonna open that one up really quickly and show you guys what this one does. This will pop up about, I think it's 5 pictures that your child can actually color any way that he or she chooses. So I thought that was really cool. So I'm just gonna show you guys really briefly. This isn't like a 3D type of card. The other ones are, where you can interact with it, you can turn it around, and also hear a lot of the information. It's really interactive, which I thought was really cool. So this is how it starts off, and of course the little train just comes on in, and there it is. And let's see now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on the train, and I'm just going to kind of move it over here because this is the one we want right here. So I'm going to do that to it, and just to show you guys really quickly, I hope it shows it, I am going to have this card right here and put it right here. Hopefully it scans it. There you go. It scanned it. Now, as you guys can see, these are the pictures that they do have, and they can color in every single month. I think this is one that he already started coloring. So you guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, actually, I think there's 6. Let me see, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. But it does come with those for them to color. He already had colored these, but for some reason I think he deleted it and actually erased it and whatnot. So, but it's fine, because again, they can erase it, they can go back again, draw it, it's fine. Now, one thing about these magic cards, which I did mention on the last box that I basically did, in these special magic cards, they do kind of deactivate. Every month when he gets new ones, the new ones will activate, and those are the ones that he'll be able to use. And it only works once he scans the new ones. If he hasn't scanned the new ones, the other ones will still be able to be used. Nonetheless, you still use them as informational little cards, which I think it's super, super neat, regardless of it, just to collect and basically still have some information. So yeah, so they don't just serve as a 3D thing, they also serve as informational cards. Now, really quickly at the end, what I'm trying to do is probably add a little bit of stuff that I already have at my home, which you can do too for your home, and see what, I don't know, if there's any books, if there's any activities or whatnot that you could probably do with your child. A lot of the more easier things can be either getting some crayons or pencils or pens, whatever you want to use with your child, and actually try to draw the solar system, talk about the planets with your child. You can also use your phone if you have your phone, get some interactive stuff. These are all kind of budget-friendly ideas. You can always go to your nearby library and also check out books about the solar system, especially in the children's area. But yeah, those are all little options. One thing that I do have is I did buy him for Christmas, and I bought my niece one too, because I know she loves the planets as well. Her name is Alana, and she's all about the solar system. So I bought her and my son one of these things, and this is pretty neat. I want to say this was either $7.99 or $9.99, but I did get it in Lakeside Collection online. And this basically comes, now you might see these actually maybe in Walmart, you might even see it in other toys, you know, stores or whatnot, but this is only if you want to, you don't have to, but this is what I have, so that's what I'm showing you guys. But this basically little thing is kind of like a little telescope or a little viewer. It does turn on right here, and you see they got the little light back there. And it does come with 3 discs, and it's all about the solar system, the planets, satellites, astronauts, the moon, even the first moonwalk, like all of those little things. And I don't think you guys would be able to see it, to be honest with you, unless I probably shine the light, which I think it might be too much. But in each one in here, I don't know if you guys can see, there's a picture in each one of those. So that actually they can push, well, not push it, but they could face this towards the wall, especially in the dark, and it definitely, you can see the image up on the wall. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, that's one of them. And of course, I did mention, especially on the other one, the March box where there was dinosaurs, I did go to Target, and I always like to look between July and August for any type of like little cards like this that you could pick up basically in the dollar section. this was $1 and it was for outer space and solar system. So I took advantage and just decided to basically get it. And like I said, it was in the dollar section, which I'm so like, oh, all about it. But it does tell you about the Earth, also more informational cards. And two of the books that I know that I really, really love that I actually have with me for my son is these two books, which is the actual Dr. Seuss book. This was more of a newer book. I think it came out last year, but I'm not quite sure. And actually he has two of these books. He received one from his Aunt Destiny when she went out into to Disneyland. They actually stopped by a place about informational stuff about the solar system and whatnot, so they ended up picking one up for him. As well as for Christmas, my sister also bought him the same book. But hey, nonetheless, it still serves as good. I think that if he ever had a visitor or another little cousin coming over, he could definitely share, you know, each of them can share a book. This is another book. I got this from Usborne. Beginner's book. I don't know if you guys ever heard about them, but Usborne is basically a book company, and there's a lot of representatives and stuff that actually sell the books. So this one in particular, I knew someone and they were selling it, and I decided, you know what, let me go on ahead and get it for him. So this one has a lot of information in here that has to do with the planets and space and everything. So these two books are my go-to when it comes to my son. And this Dr. Seuss one, it just basically is the typical Dr. Seuss, you know, with their little rhymings, as well as talking about constellations on this one. So this is actually a really neat book. But again, all of these books, you guys can actually try to get them at the library. I'm not sure about the Usborne one, but I do know the Dr. Seuss books, a lot of them are actually in the library and whatnot. But that's going to conclude this video because I think I'm actually completely done with this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was definitely the April subscription box for Playkids Explorer, and my son absolutely loved these. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got enough information about it. But if you did, definitely give this video a like if you liked it. Also, if you'd like to see more content from me, don't forget to subscribe. And until next time.